So you walk into the room full of people, and instead of feeling excited about the possibilities, your inner voice immediately starts whispering, "Everyone here is smarter than you." Sound familiar? Hi, I'm Misbah, and today we are going to expose the 7 sneaky habits that are quietly destroying your confidence every single day. Here's the good news. Once you know what they are, you can flip the script and start building unshakable confidence instead. So grab a notepad, because by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to transform how you show up in the world. Let's dive in. So the habit number 1 is perfectionism paralysis. Let me tell you about Sarah, a brilliant marketing manager who spent almost 3 weeks perfecting a single email because she was terrified it wasn't good enough. While she was polishing every comma, her competitor launched their campaign and captured the market. Here's the brutal truth. Perfectionism isn't about high standards, it's fear wearing a fancy disguise. Every time you delay action because something isn't perfect, you are telling your brain that you are not capable of handling imperfection. And here's how you can fix it. Embrace the 80% rule. When something is 80% ready, just ship it. Take action, send the email, have the conversation, and submit the proposal. Right now, think of one thing that you have been putting off because it's not perfect. Set a timer of 25 minutes and take action on it today. Remember, done is better than perfect, and confidence comes from action, not perfection. So your brain builds confidence through evidence of your capability, not evidence of your perfection. Habit number 2 is the comparison trap. Meet Jake, who follows 50 entrepreneurs on Instagram. Every morning he scrolls through the highlight reels, luxury cars, the "I just closed $1 million deal" post, the perfect family photos. By 9 a.m., Jake already feels like a failure, and he hasn't even started his day. And here's what Jake doesn't see: the 3 a.m. anxiety attacks, the rejected proposals, the relationship struggles. He is comparing his behind the scenes to everyone's highlight reel. Theodore Roosevelt said it the best: comparison is a thief of joy. But I'll add this: comparison is also the assassin of confidence. To fix this, practice gratitude journaling and comparison detox. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for about your journey. Then unfollow or mute accounts that make you feel inadequate. Instead, follow people who inspire growth, not envy. Create a wins jar. Every time you accomplish something, no matter how small, write it down and put it in the jar. When comparison strikes, read a few of your wins. You remember that your journey is unique and valuable. Habit number 3 is negative self-talk. Lisa appears confident on the outside, but instead, there's a constant critic saying things like, "You are going to mess this up," or "They're going to find out you are a fraud. You're not smart enough for this promotion." If you talk to your friends the way you talk to yourself, you would have no friends left. Your internal dialogue shapes your reality more than any external circumstances. Become your own best friend, not your worst enemy. Use the best friend test. Before saying something to yourself, ask, "Would I say this to my best friend?" If the answer is no, then reframe it. Instead of "I always mess up presentations," try "I'm learning to improve my presentation skills." Instead of "I'm so stupid," try "That was a mistake and mistakes help me grow." Practice the 3 to 1 technique. When you catch negative self-talk, count backwards from 3, take a deep breath, and replace the thought with something neutral or positive. It takes practice, but you can literally rewire your brain for confidence. Habit number 4 is avoiding challenges. Mark was offered a promotion that would require him to lead a team for the first time. His immediate thought, "I'm not ready for this," so he declined. 6 months later, someone with less experience got the role and excelled. Every time you avoid a challenge, you send a message to your subconscious: "I can't handle hard things." Your confidence muscle atrophies from lack of use. Confidence isn't built in comfort zone, it's forged in the fire of challenges you didn't think you could handle. Seek out strategic challenges and reframe fear as excitement. Make a list of 3 things that scare you but would help you grow. Pick the smallest one and commit it to this week. Use the growth mindset. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can't do this yet. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can't do this yet. That tiny word changes everything. Practice the uncomfortable action rule. Do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable every single day. Call that potential client, speak up in a meeting, try a new skill. Each small brave act builds your confidence bank account. Habit number 5 is seeking external validation. Emma posts a photo and refreshes her phone every 5 minutes to check the likes. When her post doesn't get much engagement, she feels worthless. When it does well, she feels temporarily good until she needs the next hit of validation. When your self-worth depends on other people's opinion, you become an emotional hostage. True confidence comes from internal validation, not external applause. Build an internal compass and validate yourself. Start each day by setting your own scorecard. What will make today successful for you? Focus on internal metrics. Did I learn something new? Did I help someone? Did I stay true to my values? And practice the validation diet for 1 week and don't ask for others' opinion on decisions you can make yourself. Notice how it feels to trust your own judgment. Create a self-appreciation ritual. Every evening, acknowledge one thing you did well that day. Regardless of whether anyone else noticed, become your own biggest cheerleader. Habit number 6 is ruminating on past failures. It's 2 a.m. and David is wide awake playing that presentation from 2 years ago where he forgot his main point. He's rehearsing what he should have said and cringing at the memory. Your brain has a negative bias. It remembers failures more vividly than success. But constantly replaying past mistakes is like trying to drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. Learn from the past, don't live in it. Use the failure forensic technique. When a negative memory surfaces, ask 3 questions. What did I learn? How did it make me stronger? And what would I do differently now? Then consciously shift to recalling a recent success or moment you felt proud. Train your brain to balance the negative with the positive. Create a comeback story from each major failure. How did it redirect you toward something better? Most successful people have failure stories that become their origin stories. Habit number 7 is people pleasing. Jessica says yes to every request, works late to avoid disappointing anyone, and never expresses her own opinions. She thinks she is being nice, but she is actually teaching people that her time and opinions don't matter. People pleasing feels safe, but it's actually confidence quicksand. Every time you abandon your needs for others' approval, you lose a piece of yourself. To fix this, you have to set boundaries and honor your authentic self. Practice the pause principle. When someone asks something of you, say, let me check my schedule and get back to you. This gives you time to consider if it aligns with your priorities or not. Start small. Disagree with something minor in conversation and choose the restaurant you actually want to go to, or say no to one request this week. Remember, you can't please everyone, and trying to do so pleases no one, especially yourself. Authentic confidence comes from being true to who you are, not who you think others want you to be. So there you have it, the 7 confidence killers that might be sabotaging your success. Remember Sarah, who broke from free perfectionism, Jake, who escaped the comparison trap. They transformed their lives by recognizing these patterns and taking action. Your confidence journey starts with awareness, but it's built through action. Pick one habit from today's video and commit to working on it for next week. Start small, be consistent, and watch your confidence grow. Here's your homework. In comments below, tell me which habit resonates most with you and one specific action you will take this week to address it. I read every comment and love supporting your growth journey. If this video helped you, smash that like button and subscribe for more such videos. You have got this and I believe in you. Now go out there and show the world that you are made of.